Hello, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for joining me today, for liking, for sharing, for subscribing, and your comments. I always enjoy them. So today the video is about the importance of raising your frequency by the Galactic Federation of Light. Now really all my stuff that I share is from the Galactic Federation of Light, but they wanted me to add it this time, so I did. So before I go on, this is a very, very powerful message. And in order for you to get it, even subconsciously, you might not even pick it up consciously, but subconsciously, it's really important for you to be centered first. To center yourself first, let's take 3 deep breaths in your nose and out your mouth 3 times. I breathe in love. I exhale fear. I breathe in love. I exhale fear. Now, if there's any negative entities around you, to release them right now, we're going to say, I am the light. I am the love. I am the truth. I am. Now I want you to repeat that until you feel your body tingling or energy going through you. You will know when you raise your vibration because it's not a thought, it's a feeling. And everything is a feeling. So please remember that. So do that and then continue on with my video. I want to share with you how I get my poetry, or why I even do poetry. Now, you know we're all unique. And I personally have never been a person who likes to read unless it's extremely interesting. School was hard for me because the only thing that interests me was science and nothing else. So I kind of blocked everything else out. But the point I'm trying to make here is people love to read and people don't love to read. And because I'm one of the people that don't love to read, then poetry flows, it's easy, it's quick, and it doesn't even matter how long it is. It just flows easily. So this is why I'm guessing I do poetry. But because I have a mission that I'm aware of, and it is an important mission, not that no one's mission is important, but mine is helping all of you. So I am heavily guided, and if I miss out on anything, trust me, they let me know. So one day I woke up and I could not speak normal for 2 whole days. All the thoughts and everything that came out of my mouth rhymed. So after 2 days, I said, oh, you want me to write poetry? And that's how it started. Now, there's going to be 3 poems for messages that I've received, and then how to raise your vibration. So my first is raising your frequency. When you raise your frequency, your vision expands. You see and realize more. Your life becomes grand. Just like standing on a mountaintop, you can see beyond your vision that's blocked from your view. When your lives are mundane, you don't feel the truth. Your visions will soar much higher than before. You release all worries and all fears and worries because you know for sure all around you is only a game. You have been the chess pieces, which has made you all insane. You cry, you fear, your sadness takes over you. So raise your vibration to see and feel your truths. You have been stepped on, squashed from your strengths. Win your own war. Stand up and fight your way through to a higher realm by being brave, not allowing fear to stand in your way. Climbing higher each day, all by saying positives to yourself, knowing that will help you like nobody else. Raising your frequency each and every day because you know the outcome keeps you at bay, brings you to be able to see life in its true reality. Love, beauty, peaceful, and free, all because you raised your frequency. That's what it does. That's partially what it does. So many truths are filtering through. This is imperative for you, the only way to make it through. Raise your vibration above the mundane. It's the only way to step away from this game. Practice, practice, practice to become a higher frequency that cannot be undone. Once you raise higher, you too will see how everything around you needs to be released. Otherwise, you're dragged into the mundane. Before you know it, you're back in the game. Feeling all the sadness, fears, and regret. Is this how you want to feel or be? If so, you're increasing your own insanity. What do you have to lose? Nothing. Only you can gain when you raise your frequency. Now, I have a third poem. They guided me to my book. God's Messages of Truth by me. And the message out of my book, the poem they want me to read, is Life is a Fantasy. If you have my book, it's on page 98. Our life is a fantasy. Nothing is real. Nothing you learned is true. Open your heart to know we are not even human, just a light show. Age is just the number you set yourself here. In truth, it means nothing. Stop judging others' years, saying they are too young to know, too young to love. It didn't come from above. Children know more than you think. It's actually their soul who knows more than you. Depending on its age, has much more to do in knowing more than you. Life is an illusion. Change your thoughts to see how you create everything, anything you need. You also create your disharmony. No one to blame but you. Read about the truths of life. Turn off the television and the news. The mind is a very powerful tool. Use it for yourself, healing every part of you. Live in the moment. It releases your stress. Breathe deeply. Love yourself. Live life in bliss. The poetic day. But it's so, I don't know, feels good. So what happens when you raise your frequency? I do want to say, this other thought just came to my head. I hope it's okay that I say this. But I actually watch a lot of Netflix. And I only watch what my higher self guides me to watch, because I didn't pay attention to history. And so they're having me watch all these historic shows, movies from the past. And I'm not ashamed to tell you, I never understood the England and the queens and the kings, so they had me watch The Crown. Now, I didn't need to watch the whole Crown. I only watched a few chapters until I knew that's all I needed to know. So I learned how the Elizabeth became a queen. I learned that just because you're a queen, it doesn't mean your spouse is a king and vice versa. And, stuff like that. And I saw how they rule. It's good to know. Then they led me to Outlander. And Outlander is a show that takes you back in time to the 1700s. And they also had me watch 3 other shows, and unfortunately, I don't remember what they were about, but they are about, the title. But there's a lot of rape going on, and it just showed me and helped me see, and hopefully you see, why there's so many pedophiles. Because you are on this planet not for the first time. Your soul has been in many incarnations, on many time frames, and you've experienced and had to experience all these things. And so you have the memory in your body, because you are not just who you are this lifetime. You are a sum total of all your lives. So if you are a pedophile, you drag that with you from all your previous lifetimes when you raped women. And so maybe that helps you understand, and helps you understand a bigger picture of all the evil that is on this planet. It is their soul calling. It's not for you or me or anyone else to even judge them. No matter how they've made our lives miserable, this was their journey, and they will pay for it universally through the universal law of cause and effect. And the way it's going to happen for all these people is they are going to experience every single solitary pain and stress they've inflicted on this world, on you, on me. And so let that go. Share the truth, that's fine, but don't share it with anger, with hatred, or with judgment. Understand everything happens for a reason. Now there's people like me to show you how to get above their game, their destruction, their evil ways. And do it with yourself in love. Do it to step out of the game, to raise your frequency, so you are not at all affected by their behaviors. Does that make sense? So what happens when you raise your frequency? Because I'm not going to tell you how to do it, because I did that last week. Last week I explained how to know the truth, how to know what is your truth, and how to know what is not your truth. That is so important. You must start doing that. Otherwise, you get drawn back into the game. Then you're full of anxiety, fear, stress, and you want to hide under the covers. You want to kill yourself. You hate the world, and you're back in the matrix, in the game, in the illusion. Is that where you want to be? No. So let me tell you what happens when you raise your frequency. So this is a positive. When you raise your frequency, you don't have any fear. You know it's a game. You can sit back and laugh at it instead of being stressed over it. Wouldn't you rather laugh? It's like watching a TV movie. You know that it can feel real, but you know there's cameramen, that it's acting. It's just put on. Well, that's the game. It's just put on. They have no power over you unless you allow them to. They cannot affect you with fear, anxiety, and stress unless you allow it to. So, when you raise your frequency, you're not affected. When new information comes out, it might sting you. You might go, wow, I didn't even know that. And that's the end of it. You don't take it any further because you're free of it. And you know it in your heart like you know your name. It's not like someone asks you, what's your name? And you tell them and you think, well, that must be the wrong answer. No, you know your name. Well, this is what you do. You just know it like that. There's no thought, no, I wonder if this is true. No, you just know. And then you're surrounded by magic. You can manifest instantly anything you want. And when things don't come instantly, you don't even get upset about it because you know that it's not the right time. It'll come later. And then if it never comes, it wasn't supposed to. Something else is going to come for you. So you see, you don't stress over anything, not even that stuff. And then Spirit sends you messages all the time by putting insects and animals in your path. You could be walking down the street. Now, where I live, there's a million lizards. But if I'm walking down the street and one passes me by, then it's a message from my spirit guides. I must find out what is the message from my spirit guides and the meaning of lizard. Even a mosquito hawk. I mean, a mouse, a bird. I don't care what it is. Anytime anything comes in your path, look up the meaning, because the meaning is for you. It is a message from your guides. Maybe it's positive, it's never negative, but maybe they're saying, you know, you need to do this more, or you need to do that more. Isn't that a great way to receive a message from your guides? Yesterday, 2 birds flew into my patio. Now, I just have a little patio in an apartment, and I'm even on the first floor. Now, I don't have any tall anything that blocks me from the street. And this bird flies in my patio, and it doesn't just fly in and fly out. No, it's singing and it's chirping, and then it comes to my window and it's chirping at me at the window. Then another bird comes and sits on my light, and then they fly together and they fly out and they come back and they go out and they come back. And I looked it up, and it was the most powerful, positive message that I've ever received. And that alone raises your frequency. I mean, you just want to keep raising it higher and higher and higher. It's magical. Magical things come in your life. I mean, I take pictures. I've told you about that. And reflect in my sunglasses aliens, other entities, different worlds. All of this because I'm on a higher frequency. I walk through the forest, I get a thought, snap a picture. I snap a picture, and what's in the photo that I can't see with my human eyes? A big rainbow sitting right there on the tree. But I can't see it unless I snap the picture. So I see it because my frequency is higher. Now, it's not high enough that I can see it with my eyes. Do you see? But I can see it with my camera, and I hope something weird's going on right now with my computer, so I hope it's not affecting the sound at all. It's very strange. I can tell you right now that the negative entities are very angry at me right now because I'm sharing this powerful truth. Even the sage that I started to burn just went out. So I'm lighting some more sage. Another good thing to do with sage is take it around your whole body. And you know what? You can feel the chills going through your body. And you see, I don't know if you heard, the sound that I was hearing, but it's gone. Sage is wonderful stuff too. If you don't have it, I suggest you get some. I'm lucky because it grows wild in my neighborhood. You see rainbow lights. You're directed to all kinds of magical things. And as you know, I play with the fairies. That could be because I have a higher frequency, or that could just be another thing. Because, I'm the fairy godmother. Anyway, release all these fears because you know that it's a game. So, what do? You raise your frequency. Daily practice. Let me see if I missed something. Nope. You must practice because it's not your natural state of being. And it's not your fault, so don't beat yourself up for it. But you want to heal yourself, raise your frequency. When you take a shower, ground yourself. Tell yourself that you are powerful. Say, I am the love, I am the light, I am. Visualize negative energy going down to the center of the earth, being recycled and down the drain while you're in your shower. And send powerful healing to your whole body. Just do it. Do this every day. Watch the change in you. Watch how some of your symptoms will subside. You're setting yourself up for a major healing that's going to happen when the game is completely over. Because once the game is over, everyone who is still here will be healed. I don't care what you have. This is the truth. So we have so much positives to look forward to. So focus on self-love. Focus on yourself. Block out all the negatives. Don't read and focus on negatives. Change your thoughts to higher thoughts. I am the light, I am the love, I am powerful, I can heal myself, I am healing myself, I am beautiful, I am free, etc., etc., etc. That is my message. Thanks for joining. And don't forget, practice, practice, practice every single day. Love and blessings I send your way. Bye.